All right. Welcome again to Military Guna TV, people. And today, the matches are right around the corner. The match is here. You can literally say it's a match day. You can actually say that it's match day. But big up, people. Thank you very much for coming in. We're going to preview the Jamaica versus Japan game. Jamaica versus Japan. The Reggae Boyz taking on Japan. So we have to bear in mind, we're playing a very, very good team, and we all know that we're at the point right now we're not at the best stage, but most of us are not quite comfortable as yet with the squad. But there's a lot of things to discuss. But there's a lot of things we want to run through, but we also want to take a look, do an opposition view, as in looking at the opposition that we're going to play against. Because when I watched the game, I rewatched both games. The Myanmar and also the Mongolia game. And I see areas in which and actually hurt them. But definitely I see areas in their gameplay that they are very, very strong in. And I mean absolutely strong in, dominant in those areas. I can say the same for us as well in regards to the team selection and what is it that we are expecting. Now I know most of you guys were expecting to have a very, very good game. Based off recent talking, most of us are expecting that we should beat them, and it is good that we have that strong mentality that we want, and we think that we can get the job done, and we believe that we can get the job done, because in the battlefield you have to have the belief first before you have anything else. And I personally would not say that we will definitely outright lose the game, but I have to be honest as well and say that they are a stronger team than us. They are more organized than us. They are being dominant throughout the years. They are also higher than us in the FIFA ranking. And as you say, people, the FIFA ranking, I rarely see the teams in the way higher ranking defeat the team in the lower ranking. You hardly see that. You quite so often see the top teams beating the smaller teams. And it's a fact. It is a fact. And we can't use pride and us being overly proud that because we will not say that we will not lose any game. It's impossible for us to not lose any game. And we have to recognize our opponents and what they have to offer. So guys, if you're here early, smash the like button. Smash the like button, people, and and do this first. I'm going to put this up. So hit the subscribe button and join the military squad and let us grow together. Smash the like button, people. Definitely. I have to put that up so you guys can see it. Young Nee said, big up Young Nee. Up Arsenal Armor TV. Morning. Good morning. Oh, my bad, people. Good morning to you all. Blessings, Jermaine Swaby. My bad. My apologies for Andre Beckford said that's right. Let us be objective. Big up, Andre. Yeah, we have to be objective. We won't say that we will win, and we won't say that they will batter us. We will not say that. But in the gray area, this is what lies in the gray area. The fact that they are really, really higher than us in the FIFA rankings. So we have to bear that in mind. And we see last night where 2 nights ago we saw Mexico playing Iceland. Iceland ranked 52, Mexico ranked 11, and Mexico defeated Iceland. Mexico actually started like a B team, and they defeated Iceland. Now, that is a vast gap. Now, secondly, we saw USA playing against Switzerland. Switzerland are higher than USA in the FIFA rankings. And they were also victorious. So we have to bear in mind that the rankings, it does not lie. It's facts. That is a reason why there's a rankings. Dr. GG said, good morning, bro. Jamaica versus Japan kickoff 5:30 a.m. Thursday morning. Have to get up early. Hope we draw our win. So people, please wake up early in the morning. It is a 5:30 game. So make sure you guys get up as early as possible to see that game. And don't come and tell me that you're only watching the highlights. And I already did a show to inform you guys where to watch the game. I already did a show to inform you guys that. I told you the channel that will be aired on and how you will be able to see it. Jeremy said, in perspective, given our squad performance last Gold Cup, do you believe this squad is an upgrade or downgrade? The squad that we have at this moment, it's so difficult to analyze our squad because we didn't have much. We don't have much players who have been consistently playing football for a time period. We have too much players that weren't playing, so it's hard to analyze this squad. If we had players playing throughout the entire season, we could say at least these players are coming from playing football and they are fresh. So it's quite difficult. Arsenal Army said, yes, we have to be real about the outcome. No, I'm not saying that we shall approach it with a defeatist mentality like someone attacked me in the chat, but we should also be bear in mind that these guys have a very, very good squad, a solid squad, and they have, that is what you call a project, not what Mr. Whitmore said. They have a project that has been going on for many, many years now. Dr. Gigi said, can watch a match on Kido too. Okay. I'm Cody. I'll see if it's there. Okay, so it's not the best. It's not the best players. Obviously, we don't have this. Teddy Lee said squad depleted, bad. So we know that we will be out without Taxel Lawrence. We will be out Andre Blake, Wells, Alvas Powell, all the top names that we'll be out of. But we still have a few names that we can say can represent us in a good way and can wear the badge and carry the name. Big up Barnett. Thank you for coming in. But we're going to go straight into it without a doubt, people. What I do want us to do, I'm going to do this right now. I don't want to linger much on it. So I'm going to do that as well. So I'm going to go across the sofa scores. And what I wanted to do, I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to show you the players that played in Japan's last game. And the reason why I'm going to do that is to highlight the players, the caliber of players that they have. Dr. G said, I have faith in the players that have traveled. They will do their best. No, we're not saying that they won't do their best, Dr. G. But is it that their best would be good enough to win the game? Remember, no. I can go, what if I travel with the squad, right? And I'm nowhere in the level of some of these players. And I did go and do my best. But guess what? I missed like 4 open goals. Would you consider that as good enough, Dr. Gigi? Tedley said my backline would be White, Bell, Moore, Lowe, and Mariappa, the captain. Barnett said, no, Andre Blake, not confident. We will see. There will be no Andre Blake. We all know that there will be no Andre Blake. So I don't think no, we are going to see the likes of Dylan Barnes. Dylan Barnes will take the forefront, and for me, I have to be honest, I was not impressed with the game that I watched him win. He didn't command his box. He didn't seem sure of himself for me to say yes, he's ready. Now, let me bring you guys across to some stats for the Japan team. Okay, so hopefully you guys are seeing it. It should be coming up right now, people. Okay, good. So it's up. All right. So you can see the big Jamaica flag right here. The big Jamaica flag is right there. Yeah. Yeah. And people want to be more patriotic. I know a lot of you guys are so patriotic and bashing me about that. I am not supporting. I don't think most of you are so patriotic like myself, because I put my life on the line for this country. I put my life on the line for this country. So I don't want to see anyone to behave as if they're more patriotic than me. Because we have a lot of Jamaican peoples who behave as if that they are far way patriotic than anyone else. But so people, yeah, let's look at the Japan squad. Let's look at the last run of fixtures. So they played last game they played was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in their last 10 fixtures, they only lost twice and drew once. So that means they have a 7 out of 10 win ratio. That's a 70% win ratio. That is a 70% win ratio, people. And during that time period, they only lost to Mexico, which is our rival. Mexico defeated them 2-0. Now, also it could factor in the South Korean game as well as a part of it. 1, 2, 3. So okay, so those are the last fixtures. Now during the time period that they were winning games, they drew Cameroon, and you know Cameroon have a very good side. They also defeated Ivory Coast last October, and we all know that Ivory Coast have an abundance of talented players playing right across Europe. We all knew that, so we have to factor in that as well. Now they went ahead again and defeated South Korea that beat them. They also defeated Panama 1-0. Then now the last two fixtures, they scored 24 goals, conceding 0. And these two games are in close succession leading up to our game. That's what. They are in close succession leading up to our game. Now, let me have a look at their last game. What we're going to do, we're going to analyze the performance. And, well, we already watched the game. I'm not sure if any one of you guys watch the game. I think it's a very good game that you guys should go and have a good look at. A solid performance from Japan, I have to say. But we're going to run through some of the stats and what really happened in that game. And those type of things. You know, give the game a bit more, get a better understanding of what really happened during that time period. All right, so Dr. G said, no, bro, Jermaine Swaby, I'm trying to understand the reason why Martin Davis wasn't called up, given the squad's present player depletion. But we have maybe we have to factor in the fact that where Martin Davis is at the time when the squad was depleted, and if all those necessary activities such as COVID testing and all those things would coincide with the time period. We have to work on Blake backup, so we need to look at whether White or Taylor. Barnes ain't good. This is Lucas Life. Big up, bro. Thank you for coming in. Dr. G said, does JH have a new keeper in the squad? Which is Dillian Barnes, Dr. JJ. I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Hopefully everything is good with you as well. J Anyweather Sports said, blessed and memorial day, my brother. Big up yourself. Blessings, J Anyweather Sports. A lot of respect. Thank you, bro. Arsenal Army TV said, look at it. They have players that have been playing in a regularly for their club and country, exactly. Such as Barnett bring up right here, Minamino. And then now is it Osako, very talented player, scored an hat-trick in his last game and had 2 assists as well. When Missy White in the goal is memories of the 4-run trauma put me to shock, but White didn't contribute significantly to that 4-run. We got beaten. It doesn't matter which keeper would be in that goal. We would have conceded some of those goals because 3 of those goals are point blank in front of the goals. And then no, the one that was scored from way out, I would say maybe he could have done a bit. Yes, I won't say maybe. He could have done a bit more with that. And in the same sense, the defenders allowed, so close to the player, and allowed them to hit that shot from so far out. Jamaica will get to the World Cup. Thank you for that, bro. Andre Beckford said, why is Blake not playing? And do you think that FIFA should step in like they do in the rest of the FIFA world and release national players to play for their countries without being penalized? Yes, I do. That's a good fact. But I think there must be a reason why they don't do it. I'm not sure. But Blake has his club commitment, because Blake played last night for Philadelphia Union and they won the game 3-0. Detriment said, you watched the match? Yeah. Yes, I did. Detriment podcast said, I watched both games and won money. That's nice. In my opinion, Japan did nothing special. Defense was just the defense was just poor. Yeah, but they realized how poor Myanmar was, and they just broke them down. Now, Georgia's side could beat Myanmar and Mongolia. Well, if you say so, we have to factor in that these are professional players. We have to look at that. Now, it was a total dominance from the Japan team. Total dominance. So we're going to look at a few things in the Japan side, a few players that noticeable. I think we should look out for these players. Minamino, Morita, Deyachi, and Osako, Hiroki Osaki as well, and Ita Kura. And then now they have the captain, which is Yoshida. So people, first in mind, I want you guys to bear in mind that these players are quality players. Don't think or ever think that these players are not of the quality. So the first player that I want to highlight, so I'm going to pick out the two players that I think would cause us a lot of problems. The two players that I believe will cause us a lot of problems. Now, the first one is Osako. He plays at Werder Bremen. He's 31. Senior personnel in the team. Very, very good striker. Very, very good striker. And you can see he found a bit of form in this game. Let's be honest, he uses experience. Myanmar defense was horrible, so he used his experience on the defense and totally ripped them apart. And he scored 5 goals. Now let's move over now to the next danger man, in which I think he's going to be playing a significant role in what we do and how we achieve anything much from this game, which is Takumi Minamino. And you all know, everyone I think in the chat right now know Takumi Minamino. Let's run through some more of the chat. Detriment said Japan mainly attack from the flanks and could cut it in our crosses. I'm glad that you saw that, Detriment FC. No, because I'm going to go into that soon. Do you know what formation Jamaica will use? I think Jamaica, we have been using the 4-2-3-1, and I don't think that will change. Barnett said Kubo on the bench. Exactly. We will get to Kubo as well. We are going to need divine intervention to prevent a 3-0 or more thrashing from Japan. No, Jairus, I won't say that. Minamino and Kubo will cause us problem. Osako just finishes the chances created by them. Exactly. Now they have a lethal finisher, and I think they have 2 dangerous chance creators. Do you know what formation Jamaica is going to use? As I said, I believe it's a 4-2-3-1. Randy Viper said, how does it feel? Chelsea is the biggest team in London now, bro. It's harsh. It's harsh, Randy. It's very, very harsh, but we have to accept the reality about football. That's it. Big up and salute. We said, and if so, what do you think and who do you think will start it? We'll be getting to that. We will be getting to the starting lineup soon. But what we want to do, we have to look at the opposition and what they have to offer, because it is important that we just don't look at our strengths, but we also look at the opposition strengths and their weaknesses. When we can analyze opposition strengths and also analyze their weaknesses, we can have a better understanding of how we can break them down. As you guys can see in the title, how can we break down the Japan team and beat them? How can we do that? Now, first, to know how we can beat them, we have to analyze their strengths. Then now we move on to their weakness. Now, we are at their strengths right now. So we already analyzed their striker, how frequently he scores, the chances that he gets. Lethal striker. Now we're going to move now to also a lethal chance maker, chance creator, which is Takumi Minamino. Let's analyze his last game, which was against Myanmar. Yes, we know that Myanmar is not a good team. Their national team is not a good team. But we do know for a fact the quality that Minamino has, and we cannot dispute that. We cannot dispute the quality that he has. So what he did in this game is just a tip of the iceberg of what the potential that he has. We know he's a Liverpool player playing at Southampton. We know all of that. Now let's look. He played a total of 90 minutes. He had 2 goals, 3 assists. So that's 5 goals. 79 touches. Really high touch. He completed 46 out of 54 passes, finished the game at 85% pass completion. 6 key passes. 6 key passes. He also made 5 crosses, 3 was completed, 2 long ball, 2 was completed as well, and he created 3 big chances. He had 3 shots on target, 1 off target, and 1 was blocked. So in total, he had 5 shots. He had 1 dribble attempt, which was completed. As you guys can see, it was a 10 out of 10 performance from him. 7 ground duels, winning 6 of those, and he lost possession 12 times, which is in the norm because he's an attacking player. He committed 1 foul and was fouled 3 times, and he made 2 tackles. So that is Minamino, people. That is a player that one of the players that I think will be problematic. That is one of the players that I think will be problematic to us. Let's move over now to the next player that I do know for a fact. I do know for a fact that this player will be brutally wicked. I mean, brutally wicked to us if we don't apply ourselves in the right manner. Now, I'm not sure if many of you guys know about this player. I am really not sure if most of you guys know about this player. But if you do know about this player, you should know what is coming our way. Takifusa or Takifuso. Takifusa Kubo is playing at Etafe right now. A Real Madrid player. An abundance of talent. I mean abundance of talent from Kubo. I mean, come on, people. I'm talking about abundance of talent. I'm rated as one of the youngest and hottest prospect in Europe. Lethal dribbling ability, lethal shooting ability. Now, as I can say, he didn't even play in that game, and they drew and they hit them for 10. So, but there's a lot of factors. Now, as let's say we look at the players that are likely to hurt us, and people do know that I think 90% of the Japan squad, they played in Europe. They are playing in Europe. Maybe the other percentage are playing actually in the J League, but they are the best players in the J League, not any other player in the J League. They are the best players in the J League, so we have to bear that in mind. Dutchman said Japan look susceptible to counters. Myanmar was just not good enough. They weren't lethal. They didn't have any lethal strikers. I love Minamino. Minami, Koyomi. Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player also. This squad. This squad is a squad that is full of potential. Not only potential, I should say, quality players. We do know though that their captain, Yoshida, very good, solid captain as well. But all these players are players that are playing in Europe. We have to bear in mind they have players that are playing in top teams who are actually on the bench. Profound ministries and blessings, and big up my brother. Thank you for coming in. Jay anyway the sports said I definitely know Minamino. He was the first player to score on Tuchel's Chelsea. Yeah. MLS is killing the chemistry of our national team. Well, I think the JFF didn't do their proper investigation. No communication between JFF and the players, because if there were proper communication, they would have known that the players won't be able to make the trip, and then they would have went out as well. Big up Chris Smith, thank you for coming in, my brother. Arsenal Army said we really need to find a good backup player for Blake. I am more leaning towards Jaden White because I watched Barnes and I'm not impressed. I am really not impressed. So I'm more leaning on the cohesive side of Barnes. No, people, let me go over to the tactical board. Let me go over to the tactical board, people. I want to go over to the tactical board to show you guys how I think we can hurt them, because as you know, we analyze their strengths and the players that they have at their disposal. This tactical board is from the site Tactical Board Online Football Soccer, tacticalboard.com. So you guys can find it as well. So people, guys are seeing what's happening right here, and we are going to bring up the tactical aspect of the game now, how we can break them down, because I'm not sure if most of you guys already know that I'm a person who loves to divulge into the tactics of football. You guys are seeing this really, really good, and it's quite large on your screen. Let me close some of these tabs. All right, so I'm hoping that you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Good. So tell me, guys, if you're seeing what I'm seeing properly, and let me know what you think if you're seeing it good, because I'm going to run through some of the tactics and how we can affect and how we can disrupt how they play. So in the yellow that we're seeing right there, that is Jamaica, and in the black we have the Japan team. Now, as everyone know, if you watch the Japan games, let me run through a few of the comments before I go on to that. Let's run through some of the comments before I go onto the tactical aspect of the game. Jamaica has to use their physicality. I don't think that's a part of football nowadays. It doesn't matter how big you are. Footballers are really, really smart these days. 3 out of 4 of the goals were from set pieces. Exactly. But at the end of the day, they still created up to 7 chances, flat-footed. They are quick and pass the ball accurately, but they don't do well with physical side of the game. But that's the thing. If we approach them over physical or over physically, we might end up committing a lot of fouls, giving away penalties, because they are so fragile. And we know that the football is now a bit soft. If we hit them on the counter attack and physicality, we could definitely hit them and get a shocking win or draw. We need to try and get Jamal Blackman and or Lawrence Vigaro. Is it Vigaro or Vigarox? I'm hoping it's Vigaro. I really want Javan East and Andre Gray up front. I hope Casey Palmer performs. Delano said, bless up, Delano. So people, let's move into the tactical aspect of the game. As you know, I was waiting for. So this is Japan. Right? In the yellow that you're seeing right there, that is Jamaica. That is Jamaica, people. In the black is Japan. Now, this is what Japan does. They use the channels. They work every single channel with the fullbacks overlapping. With fullbacks overlapping, going to the byline. So fullbacks overlapping and creating an overload on either wing. They create overload on either wing. So these are the areas of the pitch that they will try to hurt us. So because they're overlapping, they commit numbers over closer to that side with their central striker lurking in between or around the last man. Now, when they overload on that particular side, they would leave two central defenders basically by themselves. They will leave 2 central defenders by themselves. And then now they try to pin the team back. They try to pin the team back and see how well they can rotate around that. So as I said, people, Japan is in the black and Jamaica is in the ground. So that is how they overload. And they try to use certain areas. So this is what they do, people. Let me see if I can find a suitable color. Good. So that is what they do, people. So they would use the 2 center half as a last man and try to shield. I'm trying to keep the balance, but they do play a very, very high press because they are pressing so high. Let me go into the full screen mode so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let me go into the full screen mode so you guys can see. Exactly. So everyone is coming. So good. So I am showing you guys the entirety of the field. Now, what you see is that you see the likes of Minamino and Minami daunting into these areas. They will be utilizing these. This is the area where they utilize. This is the area that Minamino and utilize. They would try to utilize these two areas while allowing the striker to go in behind the last man, with the fullbacks going down to the byline. When the fullbacks go to the byline, it would automatically force back your left back, and then now your left winger would come back to try and cover Minamino, which would leave the central midfielder the opportunity to drive through, because right here, this man will be coming to cover, trying to cut off the central midfielder. He will try to cover off the central midfielder, and then this man would actually come across, creating an overload. So that is what they do, people. They try to overload each side to provide dangerous element in different areas of the field. But where I think we can really hurt them is this area. This is the area that we can hurt them, people. This area, we can definitely hurt them in these areas. Whatever area they're overloading, this is a particular area that we have to utilize. Now, their defenders are very quick, but as Detriment FC said earlier, that physicality, that we can use that level of physicality to them. Now, I am using Andre Gray as my striker. Reason being, we need a player, we need a striker who has the potential to play those balls inside the channel. Who has the potential to play those balls inside the channel. So Andre Gray, people, as I said, Andre Gray is my striker. Now, these are the channel areas. These are the areas that I believe that Andre Gray should be utilizing. Also, our fullbacks should be utilizing these areas because they commit so much of their players forward. These are the areas, these are the only likely areas that we can see breaking them down. Now, it is important. I thought that we should have had like some really quick wingers. This is where the likes of Jamalo and Leon Bailey would really thrive, because they would have so much space in behind. And their fullbacks are not as quick as Leon Bailey and Jamalo. So these are the areas that we'll use. Now, when the ball is played in that side, their center half will be dropping off, One will be dropping off, and then the next center half will be going straight to the keeper for cover. Now, this is where I would really advise the next winger should utilize that channel and use this space as his. So that is the reason why it is crucial that we use Andre Gray as our central striker. And he will be the one utilizing his passing ability to break the line and break the press. So this is how I see ourselves. This is how I see us really defeating. And this is how I see us defeating them. So this is what happened now when we do have possession. Let me show you what's going to happen when we do have possession. When we do have possession, this is what's going to happen. They play in a really low block. And I'm going to show you how we can beat them in the low block as well. And it is quite simple, people. It is quite simple. But it's not as simple as how it is spoken. But it is quite simple. So they create a really flat line in their defensive third to cover their keeper. And they tucked in quite closely. They tucked in really close. That's how I saw them defending. Maybe it's because Myanmar couldn't counter them fast enough. They tucked in really closely to create it. Why am I not seeing the comment section moving? No one is commenting. Everyone is watching. Okay, so since no one is commenting, everyone is watching. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the show. smash the like button, people, if you guys are enjoying the show, because obviously since no one is commenting, it means that you guys are really, really divulging into the stats of the game. And I know you guys love stats as myself. And this is not just stats. This is a tactical aspect. No, this is how we are going to hurt them, people. When we are in possession of the ball, I would stick onto the central midfielder, because he would be the one as made up as a third central defender in the line, in the middle. So Andre Gray would be the one going on that side. Then now we have the likes of when you go to the side, you can highlight Andre Gray as the main man. So these are the channels that I think will be filling, because what we should do, we should play a bit wide to pull them apart, because they'll be so stuck in. We have to pull them apart. We definitely have to pull them apart and not allow them to drive us that close. Now, the reason why we know our two centre back will be the last man here, and then bombing forward. What I would want us to do is this: whenever the winger has the ball, I would really, really want us to crowd the box, crowd the 18-yard box, because on a physical presence, we have players that are significantly taller. We have players that are significantly taller than the Japanese players. And when I said significantly taller, I'm talking about significantly. Some of their players 10, 5'11". We have players that are in the 6-foot bracket. Now, what we should do when we have the ball on the wings, we should ensure that we can create early crosses from this side, from here. Some early crosses from here, from this side. These are where we should take our early crosses. If we can do the early crosses, fine. But if we can also go to the byline, we could get those crosses in, because we should utilize our height. The height and physicality, we have to utilize it. We won't be able, these areas are going to be congested. We won't be able to break them down there, because this is how they defend. They stuck a lot of men behind the ball, because they played against most teams that are possession-based teams and tried to break them down from central areas. Now, when I saw Myanmar go down to the byline and getting at them, that is where I saw their weakness. That is the reason why I said I saw where we can break them down. So these are the areas that some early crosses and off crosses. Now, what we should try and ensure we know to do is the second ball. We have to be cognizant of the second ball. First ball, it's not a must, it's not a surety that we will win all first ball. But the second ball, we must be on the second ball at all time. If we're on the first ball, we have to get those headers on target, or those one-time crosses, shots off on target. Because if we do, I think we will cause them a lot of problems. We should get the ball inside of the 18-yard box and outpour them inside of that area. No, they will drop a bit deeper because the crosses are coming in and they want to protect their goal. Now, when they do drop deeper, I think that is where they are now a bit subjected to errors. They are now subjected to creating their own errors and causing themselves problems. Now, we should also utilize our set pieces. If we're smart and not the slightest touch, we go down, we utilize our set pieces and get the ball inside of the 18-yard box. I think those are some of the things that we have to do to really, really show them that we can. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a bit of that, to show them that these are the ways that I see that we can really, really break them down. Those early crosses and those crosses at the byline, because they don't have that large physical stature, and I think that is what we can use to break them down. So it is imperative that we use what we have as our key assets to break them down. We know that they are technical. We know that they move the ball really, really well. We know that they use spaces very, very good. But we should use what we have, which is pace and power and physical presence. So the early crosses, even at 18-yard, early crosses at 8, at the offline, I should have said, sorry about that. And that would definitely catch them off guard. Tropical one said we're watching coach. Big up, guys. Guys, put it in the comment section. Tell me what you think. What's your thought on that? If you think that is a way we could approach a game, because on the floor, on the pitch, on the floor, I think winning this game, because of the team we have, we won't outpossess these teams. A game like this, it is sad to say, but we might have to take a Burnley approach, Because this is how we saw Burnley beating Liverpool, Burnley beating Manchester City. Because they are trying to force down the central area, Burnley cluster that midfield area, the cluster that midfield area, and then now it forced Manchester City wide. Because Manchester City don't have the physical presence, the Foden, the Gabriel Jesus, the Aguero, the Sterling, these guys are not tall. But when you look at the Tarkowski and those guys, 6'9", 6'10", 7'4", you can't outjump these guys. You cannot. So the crosses would make no sense. So when you realize even Manchester City playing against a Burnley, they try their best to break them down central like that. Now, what Burnley do is that they crowd the 18-yard box and whip crosses inside of that box and try their best to get on the first time headers. So that's what Burnley does, and we have to appreciate that. Every team has. If I see Tapa trying to play a possession-based football game, I won't have a problem with that. But this is on a tactical aspect. This is on a tactical aspect. I think that this is my opinion. It's not about parking the bus. We will not park the bus. But when they have the ball, they move it quick, sharp, and slick. Quick, sharp, and slick. Very, very slick. So it's like they will tear apart easily. So we have to cluster the central area. Let them try to square the ball. Let them try to create crosses because we will win those headers. The likes of Damian Lowe, Mariappa, Liam Moore, these guys are very, very good aerially. So I don't see them winning us aerially. Takumi Minamino and those guys are very, very short. So we can't see them dominating us on an aerial aspect of things. So we have to respect that. Now, what I want to do now is move into the players that I think who will be starting. So we have to utilize our speed and get those early crosses and break them down, because when they have possession and we catch them on the counter, we definitely can break them down. So people, what we're going to do now is move across to the team that I think we might see and the system that we might play. Hopefully you guys are seeing it. Hopefully you guys are seeing it. Tell me if you guys are seeing it. I'm looking at, so I'm going to run through start lineup and those things. Let's run through some of the comments. Said, I'm listening and learning, bro. Keep going. Thank you for that, Jay. Andre Breakford said, let's not park the bus and go for speed. And we want park the bus at speed and getting those early crosses. I think that's exactly what I'm alluding to. Arsenal Army TV said, just look at what you're doing. We need a Kante in the midfield. We don't have that. Kante energy cannot done. I believe parking the bus should only happen when you have goal advantage. Not a bad habit otherwise. I'm not saying parking the bus. I'm saying definitely box us in. But what we should do is we should actually use them. We should actually use what we have as our assets, which is our speed and our agility, our physicality as well. So we should try, when we catch them on a counter, we should be accurate, really, really accurate. This team that we have is not a possession-based team. This is not a possession-based team. If you look at the players, it's not a possession-based team. Guys, nation, big up. I really think Jamaica can push Japan wide. Japan is good technically. I think that is what we should do. So, people, as you guys can see, that is my formation that I'll be using. It's actually 3-4-3. That is the formation I'll be using, people. 3-4-3. So, in goal for me, let's start off with the first person in goal. Let's look at the first person in goal. I'm going with White in goal. Tell me if you guys agree on that. For my center back pairing, I am going with Low. In the central area, I'm going with Moore. Over on the right hand side, I'm going with Tilt. Maria, my bad. I'm going to Mariappa. So that is the defense line for me. I think that is an I could actually switch I could switch more and Mariappa. Let Mariappa see he's more experienced. Even though Moore is a better defender. He's the most experienced out of them all. Tell me what you guys think about that, of that defensive three. What do you think? I haven't seen Turgot play. Is he a fast player like Flemings? Yes, Turgot is fast. He's rapid. He's rapid. He's why the only option. We have two other options, and both other options are similar situation. Dylan Barnes, I'm totally not convinced, and and Dennis Taylor also wasn't playing as well. Just the same, similar situation with White. Both were in similar situation. Let's see what you guys are saying. Foolishness. Hello, if you go with White, it's like you never watch the USA game. Who would you go with? Who would you go with? Would you go with Barnes? Go and watch Barnes' last game and tell me what you think. I really like your formation, 3-4-2-1. Yeah, it's a good formation. It's a formation that I think we can use. There's a reason why I'm going to tell you. I'm going to throughout the series of the what I'm doing right here. You're going to see why I'm going with that. Ted Lee said great backline. Yeah, this is the backline I think I'll work with. Peter White said, sorry, a little off topic. What date and time is the game? So the time is, it depends on where you are. The date is actually this Thursday coming in Jamaican time. It's at Eastern time, 5:30 a.m. in the morning. Jero said Barnes over White. I would really advise you guys to go and watch Barnes' last game. Turgot looked like him used speed. Yes, so that is the reason why with what you're saying, Jamaica players have to stay awake when defending with all when win all first ball. We have to be stay awake. This is a concentration game. We have to be highly concentrated in this game. So in the midfield area, over on the left hand side, Amar Bell is the man. Over on the right hand side now. Oh, that's not it. The right hand side is Wes Harding. But these guys are who will be playing on in the fullback position. So in the central midfield now, tell me what you think. Who do you think would be preferable? Carvel Ray Francis said, how can I watch the games? Oh my God. I think it's coming on Nippo TV. I reported it like about a week ago that the game will be aired on Nippo TV. But I think Floor Sports supposed to get that. I think Floor Sports got the rights to hear the game as well. I think that was reported by Earl Bailey, as you guys know. See what tell me we don't have a goalkeeper. Look, anybody over White. Okay. So people are saying, everyone is saying that I should use Barnes. And as I'm telling you people, you will see the reason why I use White. But you will see. So people are saying Barnes. Everyone is saying Barnes. But you will see why I said White. Reggae Boy Nation said Barnes needs to play. Okay, so I put him in goal and we will see what comes of it. Lambert and Casey. And they pass the ball like the Mexican. Yes, they do. So in the midfield area now, we know that. Now the thing is now, people, Lambert played last night. So how sure are we that Lambert will be available for this friendly? How sure are we? Because Lambert did play last night, people. How sure are we that he will be available for this friendly? Are you guys sure that he will be available? You guys tell me what you think. Are you guys sure that Lambert will be available? He played last night. Don't know much about West. Is he good? Because I saw his team at the bottom of the table. No, yes, West is he's a talented player, a very, very good player. A player that can play left wing back, right wing back, even in the central midfield area. Defenders, he's a defender as well. Center back, right center back, left center back. Randy said, thank God Leonard isn't Jamaican. White is better than Leno. Randy not easy at all. Jay said Fleming's great and Turgot front three. I have a different idea about that. Randy said Barnes better than Leno. Kahino said Pinnock won't be available. So in the midfield, people, tell me, who are you saying in the midfield here? Who do you think should play in that midfield part? Lambert and Pinnock. Kahina said Lambert. Jernick said yes, he will be available. He posted himself traveling. Good. So if Lambert is traveling, I am quite sure that Andre Blake also Corber could have traveled as well, because they played game in the same time period. Maybe they're coming from different places, but maybe club commitment is a lot. So the person that will be in is Lambert. Lambert will be in playing a bit more defensively, as we all know. How about Speedy? What do you guys think about Devon Williams? Do you think Devon Williams would be a good pairing for Lambert? Ravel won't be available. Akahino, Ravel will not be available. Given said, this is just upsetting and embarrassing, because if Barnes worse than White, why are we call him? That's what I said. Givens. White didn't look good in the last game, so why would you start him? Because Barnes doesn't look good. Barnes didn't look good in his last game either. Barnes conceded 4 goals in his last game, just the same, and it was really, really horrendous. Think Blake is out. Lambert and Palmer. Someone is saying Lambert and Palmer. What do you guys think about Lambert and Palmer? Lambert and Speedy, but Casey has to start, so I don't know. JFF posted the list of players. Reggae Boyz Nation said Speed is not good. Why do you say that? Speed is a very good player. Speed is actually one of the best players in this team right now. If you guys think I'm joking, he's literally one of the best players. So who do you guys think? Who do you guys think? So he said Casey, but Lambert is better. What's your tactical instruction with this type of formation? I'll be getting into that. As soon as I finish picking the players, I'll be getting into that. Okay. Oh, he played on Saturday. Okay. All right. So you think Casey Palmer? People are saying Palmer. So people are saying Palmer is the man. All right. So we have seen Palmer played in a 4-4-2 formation. I will not say I've never seen it before. I've seen Palmer played in a 4-4-2 formation. Then up front now, people, this is the problem. This is a danger. Speed is the best person to play beside Lambert. He's the best mover of the ball. That's from Karim Grant. JN with the sports said Turgot is on form on top of likes Fleming. So where would you think Casey will play if not central midfield? Nick said right now Casey Palmer and Maggie is only 10. And he's also a central midfield, so he can play alongside Palmer. I think Speedy was not good enough until I started seeing him this season, and he's very steady in the and consistent. He's a much better. He has taken another step. He has really taken another step in his career. People, the time is going. People, you have to. Speedy technically and does not lose the ball easily. He's not as dynamic, but does pretty decent on the job ball. But I'm playing Lambert beside Casey because we do know that we need that extra element. No, Casey Palmer does not have a lot of attacking responsibilities because he will be assisted by one of the players that I'm going to be putting in. So up front, I'm using some very quick players on the wing. I think it's imperative that we use some very quick players, some quick players on the wing, because we want to catch them on the counter and break them apart. Now, let's look at these people. We're over on the left-hand side. We do know that Fleming's is one of Whitmore's favorite player, even though this season he does not have the best record. But Flemings will be another player on the wing. And I am totally using so that is it for me, people. We have Javon East on the right. Fleming's on the left for now. That's Jay Nick. People, this is so complicated. It is. Karim Grant said he will be left exposed defensively if Palmer plays there. Okay, so we're saying no Palmer. All right, so it's Speedy. So it's Speedy then, people. So this is what Turgot on the right. All right, so that is it then, people. Are you guys okay with that? So we have Flemings on the left, Turgot on the right, and Andre Gray up front. Lambert and Casey. So people are saying Lambert and Casey as well. Flemings for McGee on left wing, Gray strike and Turgot on the right wing. No, Turgot on the right. East is a 9, but Gray starts. So this is the reason now, people. Look at this. So this is what happened. So we need 2 solid central midfielder, right? This is what's going to happen. Andre Gray will be falling inside of the central area. He will come in as the attacking midfielder with Flemings and Turgot. Flemings and Turgot going as inverted wingers. So they would be the one attacking the line. So the work that everyone is saying that Casey Palmer will be doing, that will be done by Andre Gray as the false 9. Or number 9 playing as a extra midfielder. That is the reason why I use Andre Gray to start in this game, because we want to keep our midfield solidified with Lambert and Speedy, and then Wes Harden on the right wing and Bell on the next wing. No, this is how it's going to look. This is how it's going to look in an attacking sense. We'll have Flemings, Turgot inside of the 18-yard box, Andre Gray arriving, Wes Harden to the byline, Bell to the byline also. We have Lambert staying a bit back to protect the defense. And we have Speedy going up a bit more with Lambert. And then now we have the back 3 shielding, covering all the different positions. So I'm not sure what you guys think about that. That's how it is. Bell would be attacking the byline. Flemings and Turgot will be first to the 18-yard box with Gray as incoming, because Gray will be the one providing. Gray will be playing the false 9 position, providing the ball into those channels for it. So this is what happened now. We have Speedy. That is the reason why we don't need a playmaker, because the midfield will be so congested. When you add in another playmaker, you're going to really definitely congest the midfield. So what we should do is use Andre Gray to play the false 9 position, and then now we have Turgot and Flemings attacking the 18-yard box, and Andre Gray providing that extra element. We saw the goal from what Andre Gray did in the last game, where he dropped back in behind as a false 9, and then Jamalo run beyond him, and that in the USA game with Jamalo going beyond him and playing that through ball to Jamalo. So that is the reason why we're looking at it like that. Andre Gray is actually not in central midfield. It's actually a false 9 position with Turgot and Flemings attacking the 18-yard box. Andre Gray with this is what I understand where you said most of you guys are actually a bit so and Flemings will be on the wing. Let's bring it back a bit, people. So this is Turgot. So Andre Gray is actually the striker, right? But what Andre Gray duty is to fall in between the line. You know that Roberto Firmino role and provide the extra midfielder and also the attacking poise of providing the true balls or the playmaking, doing the playmaking role. So he'll be playing like a Roberto Firmino role, people. That's the role that he'll be playing, the central striker. So he would be coming deep, supporting both Gray, Lambert and Speedy. Then no Flemings and Turgot, because what you will do when you see Andre Gray coming out in this position, the central defenders will be coming with him, because one or two of the central defenders will be coming with him. There'll be space in behind for Flemings and Turgot to go beyond. So if Speedy has the ball, if the ball is with Speedy, and this is what, let me show you what's going to happen, people. Let me give you a good insight on what's going to happen. So Speedy has the ball, right? So we have Flemings over on the left-hand side, and Andre Gray is looking at Speedy. So Andre Gray would would meet Speedy. That will pull one or two of the defenders out of position. Then now, in that channel, either left or right, Flemings can enter the 18-yard box. Turgot can also enter the 18-yard box, and Andre Gray can be the second man going to the 18-yard box, and then we can pounce on them in that aspect of the game. Then now we can also use the aspect of West Harding going to the byline, get the ball to West Harding through Gray or Speedy, and then now we have numbers. We would have numbers inside of the 18-yard box, and we'd have three players inside of the 18-yard box rather than just Andre Gray alone to put away those headers. So that is the reason why I'm using that. So people, let me run through some more of the comments and see what you guys are saying. Hopefully both of us we're all on the same page. I know most of you guys have your own ideas, so just put it in the comments what you think your idea is. If you're watching on the rewatch, please put it in the comments, people. I really appreciate, guys, if I have at least over 40 likes on this video, because I do know that you guys are really enjoying this show. So I'd really advise you guys to smash the like button and subscribe if you're watching on the Draining said Casey has to start. No, the reason why Casey doesn't start is because Andre Gray is playing that false 9, so we don't necessarily need Casey to start. Yes, and Delana said Andre playing false 9. Yeah. If we're not looking to play through the middle, then we don't need to play a playmaker and make Gray do it at the winger. So great insight, Grant. That's the same thing. Who we have for the midfield from Arsenal Armory? Reggae Boy Nation said, I don't like where you put Andre Gray, but I see what you're saying. Hopefully, guys, come around and see what I'm trying to do. Don't think Gray is a false 9, but okay. No, really, Drainik, go and watch Gray, how Gray plays. He's a false 9. Drainik said, I like it, but I hope Tapa are wait watching. Score Jamaica, Japan 1, Jamaica 1. Bench Mariapa and Boss. No, for this one, Mariapa will play. For this one, Mariapa will play. For the formation that I use on the system, we're going to do a lot of defending, so we'll need that experience, we'll need that guile. Number 9 or false 9. Why not Palmer? Because Palmer will be an attacking midfielder, and because Andre Gray will be playing in the false 9 role already, we don't necessarily need an attacking midfielder, because Andre Gray will be coming at. So as I said, Andre Gray will be playing a Firmino role. Will come back and actually provide the attacking midfield that we want. And then now we have the likes of Turgot and Fleming moving to those channels that Andre Gray will be vacating, and the defender that is following Andre Gray also will be vacating. Now people, let's move on to the big one. Smash the like button, as Delano is saying right here. Smash the like button, people. Now people. We're going to the final details. Score predictions, people. What's the score predictions? Score predictions, people. What is your score predictions? So people, smashing, bringing the score predictions. Score predictions, people. Score predictions. So really want to see Maggie. Yeah, but we'll see how that one goes. 2-1 to Japan. 2-1 to Japan. Arsenal Army said, I really want to see Maggie. Whoa, this is moving fast. Barnett is saying 2-1 to Japan. People, bring in the score predictions. People, smash it. Bring in the score predictions. Let's see the score predictions. Harden is very defensive and doesn't venture forward too often. But he plays. You can go and check out his stats as well, and you see how often he goes forward. Look at the heat map for Harden, and you see where I'm coming from. Data Prince Music said Tyreek needs to play. Yeah, but bear in mind that we were playing a very, very high intense game. Will Tyreek be physically fit enough to endure the immense pressure that we might come under, rather than bringing on Tyreek McGee like in the 70 minutes when we have a bit of tired legs and he can play those passes to break them down? Why not that? Jason, better you play Fisher more low. Fisher as a central defender, come on, bro. Photos for Jamaica said, big up military, big up Photos for Jamaica. And funny enough, yesterday I saw one of your videos as my ad. I would use Palmer and Tyreek McGee as attacking mid up top, no wingers. Really? Really, bro? Come on, bro. Stephen Jones said, 3-1 Japan. Really? No one giving Jamaica a chance? I have Japan to win 3-1. Carney O'Connor said, 2-1 Jamaica. 2-0 Jamaica. Ooh. So people will have someone who's saying 2-0 Jamaica. Thea Nero. But I believe we'll draw Serbia. Reggae Boyz Nation saying Japan 3, Jamaica 1. Delana said with Mariapa 3-2 Japan. Given said 2-2. Japan 3, Jamaica 0 from Carvel Ray Francis. Bro, people, what if they surprise us? I'm like the fact that everyone is realistic still. I'm optimistic. Dre Nick said 2-1 Jamaica to win, but I think we'll lose 3-0. You're safeguarding yourself. You're safeguarding yourself. Dre Nick. You are definitely safeguarding yourself. Tariq Mitchell should be fit enough. So we have the Prime Minister in the house, people, waving at us. Good morning to you, Mr. Prime Minister. Maybe it's a burner account. I'm not sure. Can't predict Jamaica right now, honestly. But people, we have to be optimistic, but in the same sense, we have to be realistic. David McClary said I. Teddy Lee said 1-1 to the game. Davian said 1-0 Jamaica. Andrew Owens 4-0 Jamaica. I believe in my country. Mr. Owens said 4-0. People, this is the comment of the day. 4-0 Jamaica. He believes in his own country. Yes, Mr. Owens, just as though you believe in them, I think that you need to support them and give them the necessary qualities and how should I put it now? The things that they need, such as the restart. They needed that. You didn't give them that. There's so much question to ask you. What about sponsorship? Why aren't you assisting them in sponsorship, seeking out the proper sponsorship? There's a lot of questions, and I have a lot of questions. I asked JFF a lot of things, and they haven't replied to me as yet. I haven't replied to me as yet. I'm going to write a formal letter to them, requesting a lot of things. I don't know when they have their press conference, no one can get a press pass. Davian said Jamaica 1. Given said it's best to go with a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Andrew Holness, you troll are hilarious. Theo said, so it's Andre Blake coming to Japan? It seems not. 3-2 Jamaica Detriment Podcast. Michael Gardner said Fisher over Hardy so he can develop overlap, and he's also defensive too. We still have to think about going into the game really, really solid. Let's be realistic about the formation. Tapa will go with. Which formation? 4-2-3-1? Yes, so we should be realistic with the formation that Tapa will go with, right? Which is 4-2-3-1. And but that, let's say that is what we're going. Stephen Jones said 4-3-3 against Japan is defensive midfielder, right? without protection for the defensive cover. Right? Without proper defensive midfield cover. Given said 4-4-2. You think Whitmore is going 4-4-2 Given? I doubt it. The more likely formation that they will go with is actually 4-2-3-1. If not 3-4-3. Based off the squad that we have. But people, I think this is it for me. And my prediction is, let me put it in the comment section. Crystal Image Sound Pro Jamaica. Nice. Tapa even play a 3-4-3. So from the Prime Minister himself, it says stay safe, people. So that is my predictions, people. What I predicted. That's my prediction. Michael Woodward is not confident. So people, smash the like button. Smash that like button, people. I'd really advise to smash the like button. This is Military Guna TV, people. Subscribe if you're new here. I would advise you guys to subscribe. Even if you're watching the rewatch, I would really advise you guys to subscribe. In the YouTube analytics, it said that 60% of the persons who actually watch my channel are not subscribers. It's not subscribers. 50% of the persons who watch my videos, 60, no, it's like 70 are not subscribers. Can you imagine if that I convert that 70% into like 30%? So I have 70% watching. So people, smash the like button, people, and also hit the subscribe button. I would like if you guys join the military squad and let's grow. Let's grow together. You know, we have an unbiased platform and we want to build here. We have people still coming with predictions. People are making 3 different predictions. Japan side to attacking for their only to be 2 goals. Let's see how that goes. Photos for Jamaica. Lucky said lucky if we draw. Jero said 3-1 Japan. Arsenal, so it's 50 people. So smash the like button and make it the same. People, I should at least get 50 likes on this video. Come to think of it, we conceded 4 goals because we no have no goalie. No, we considered 4 goals because we didn't defend properly. Arsenal Armour said 3-1 Jamaica. Big up, people. Massive respect. And guess what? We will definitely try and win this one. We will try and win this one. So people, big up. Big up. Military Guna TV, people. I am